When I started teaching at SF State, my workload was 3 classes, and that was just enough to live on. That lasted for a year and a half, and I didn't have any expectation that that would change. And then in the fall of 2011, midway through that semester, I saw the schedule for the following spring and noticed that I was going to lose a class. I would be going down to 2 classes, which pretty much wasn't enough to live on. And the pay wasn't so good. When I was teaching 3 classes, my total take-home pay was a little under $30,000 before taxes, and that was teaching 3 classes. When I was teaching 2 classes, my total take-home pay was just over $20,000 before taxes. All right. Well, counting everything, it was, I would say on average, about 30 hours a week. And I put in more hours than I was being paid for because I really liked the work and I thought it was important. I really cared about the students in my classes, as cliche as that might sound. I really cared about my job and I wanted to do a good job. And just before the spring semester began, it was literally a few days before the semester started, I found out that I wasn't even going to be teaching a single class, none, which would also mean that I would be losing all of my health benefits, medical, vision, and dental. And there's no way I could survive just teaching 1 class. Do I wish that I had a better contract? Yes. And that's what I think the problem is with adjuncts here at SF State and other universities. They need longer-term contracts so that they have some job security. Right now, they essentially don't have any job security. And I have met other adjuncts in my situation, and people don't seem to be very happy with what's going on. But I get the sense that people are afraid. They're afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to speak up. They're afraid to organize. They're afraid to push for change because if they do, they might lose their job. I think there's always hope for adjuncts, but they need to organize and they need to have courage. I think at a place like San Francisco State, where adjuncts are the majority of the people who teach on this campus, there's strength in numbers. I don't think students are aware of how bad the problem is with adjuncts here at SF State. My sense is that they don't really see a difference between tenure track. My sense is that students don't really see the difference between tenured and tenure track faculty versus part-time adjunct faculty. I think if more students were aware of what was going on with adjuncts at SF State, that there would be a push for change. I think it comes down to just having that courage and believing that there is strength in numbers. Well, adjuncts are the majority, and so I do believe that there are enough adjuncts in the Bay Area to push for change, including here at SF State. It just needs to happen. If all of the adjuncts here at SF State decided that they were going to go on strike, this university would not be able to function.